some hell, you know what I mean. I terrorize the neighborhood. They know that we're up to no good. We're at the house by the cemetery. They don't go in cause it's really scary. The door opens and I head on in. But not a hell now begins. Inside, take a look around. Then we're chased by chuckles of cloud. Go up and down the big staircase. A secret panel to another place. I saw a guy wearing a hockey mask. He's carrying a bloody ass. He chases me on down the hall. And blood was dripping from off the wall. Haunted house. All the things I've seen. Haunted house. Being chased by a fiend. Haunted house. I wanted to scream. Haunted house. Hope it's all a dream. Downstairs and they're following me into a room that's full of zombies. They're tearing into all my friends with a snapman and a red. Jumped on my head by chuckles of clown. My knees buckle fall to the ground. And just when things couldn't get any worse, and now they're loading me into the hearse. Haunted house. All the things I see. Haunted house. Being chased by a fiend. Welcome back to the 4th of July special. I feel like I've done this before. Here in the hot seat there, Maniac Mike. This has been a great 4th of July special. We had Betsy Ross here, and I did try to antagonize her, and she took it quite well.
I don't know why you had to antagonize her. She's a nice lady.
Let's put one and one together. I am an evil clown.
Yeah, huh? The Stars and the Stripes.
I love my country, however, I love my freedom of speech a lot better. And being an evil clown, I use that freedom of speech very, very often. Much to the point where I'm censored by FCC, which should not exist. FCC tramps upon every one of your amendment rights, including the freedom of speech.
I agree with you on the FCC front.
If your kids, now this is the way I grew up because FCC was not around when I was there. If it is a bad television show, let's try this, parents. Don't let your kids watch it.
Duh.
Don't make the rest of us suffer and watch this god-awful reality television that's on night after night. There is no longer any original television because you can't say the word, you can't say anything without it being racially offensive. It is art. Art is supposed to imitate life.
We don't want to put up with the Jersey Shore night after night.
No, life is not perfect. And if you're an artist, your art is not perfect. FCC, you need to go over to England. They'll take you better over there than what we do. Get out of here. And now I hear they're starting to tramps upon YouTube. It seemed like the only freedom you had was a computer. Now they're censoring YouTube.
Come on.
This is nuts. This should not happen. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, kids at home watching this, stand up, say something. Put down the Xbox controller for 5 seconds. It hurts, but afterwards you'll have good television to watch after you're done playing Xbox.
Hello there, do you want your liberty to be taken away from you? Get involved, people.
I do not, and however, that is why I am a proud member of the Libertarian Party. 100% proud to be part of that. Not the Tea Party. Those guys are wackos. The Libertarian Party. No offense.
I've done stuff for the Tea Party. I brought my "Don't Tread on Me" flag over there.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes you guys do that stuff at the wrong time. You know, think of the right time to be doing that stuff. However, I take nothing against it. At least you getting involved. It's just not my thing. Talking about someone that got involved in American history, this young lady, by far, is actually a fictional character. However, we have her real name. She appears on medals for the women in the military now, predominantly women in the artillery. As we all know, women in the artillery, even today, is a rare thing. And even back then, the state of Rhode Island, it was illegal for women to play with black powder at all. This young lady goes by the name of Molly Pitcher. And welcome to the Chuckles and Laughs show, may I say, Mary Ludwig Hayes.
Thank you.
The original behind the Molly Pitcher. Now, for those of you at home that don't know what a Molly Pitcher is, Molly Pitcher would have been an undercover woman in the Revolutionary War that would have posed to be a man. Now, the story goes that Molly Pitcher yourself, the story that they teach you in school, is that you went around on the field giving ice and water to the soldiers that were needed. You even manned a cannon at a time where the British were attacking. However, a woman being on the battlefield, everything would have come to a real quick halt. Because the British, as we all know it, may have been British, but they were gentlemen. And shooting a woman was not one of the things that they looked forward to. After all, the British thought us shooting their officers was very, very, very in poor taste. So shooting a woman would be even more poor taste. Unless, of course, you were a spy, which... that's another story for another day. We'll put that lady's name up on the Chuckles and Laughs show.
As a matter of fact, I heard about her story recently on TV. They were discussing it. First woman to fight a cannon.
Now, Miss Mary Ludwig, or should I say Molly Pitcher. It says right here, and I'm doing my stories right here, that you were a Revolutionary War hero for the females. What were some of the acts that made you a hero amongst these valiant men?
Well, I was going around with my water, and my husband was serving right beside me, and he fell sick from the heat. So I grabbed the pieces for the cannon and started cleaning the cannons and sponging them so they could keep the war going.
How did you know how to operate a cannon? Being a young lady, you never would have stepped foot on a training line.
Well, from all the work that I was doing on the field when I was helping pass out water and such, I watched. Women are smart. They catch on quicker sometimes than a man.
I'm not saying women aren't smart. Trust me, they are very smart and very, very, very evil. I have one that's tried to kill me numerous times. She may have failed, but at least she tried. I gotta give her that. The last one was pretty good. She would have gotten away with it if she didn't hire her sister to take care of the dirty work. However, we're not talking about my death. We're talking about yours. Mm-hmm. Molly Pitcher. The one and only Mary Ludwig. How exactly did you die?
Well, I believe from natural causes I outlived 2 husbands.
You did indeed outlive 2 husbands, which back then was a very rare phenomenon, because it was usually the women, the childbirthing factories back then, basically 20 kids to a dang husband, were the ones to pass away first, because they were susceptible to disease in childbirth, which was very laborious amongst a woman back then, because they did not have women and infants, which is still very laborious now. That hospital's not as scary as Kent County, but still scary nonetheless. So, you outlived them.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about the American history mainly telling you that your character was a fake?
Well, I was there, they weren't, and they're only writing the history books. I don't see them out on the field watching me do it, so how can they say that I was a fake?
That is true. We do not have the reporters that we do now, like the one that gave up the position of the Americans. What was that guy's name? Geraldo, that gave up where we were in Iraq. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get something straight. If this was even 10 years before that, Geraldo would have been executed for treason. There are some places the American public does not need to be. An American battlefield where our soldiers are trying to get the job done is one of them. Keep the media at home and report when they are done. Media does not belong on the battlefields. They belong afterwards when the job is done and the soldiers have done what they have. It is otherwise, nonetheless, a nuisance.
See, women never cause that much trouble. It's always you men causing all this trouble.
That is a very racist comment.
No, God, you men
It's,
didn't even know I was on the
very
battlefield.
chauvinistic comment. That is very chauvinistic. I'll have you tell me that. What do you think about that comment?
I'm gonna stay away from that comment, but I guess it doesn't really surprise me because throughout history they debated on people's existence, like people like William Shakespeare and Jack the Ripper. I mean, of course, Jack the Ripper was never caught, and some people say that William Shakespeare was like a number of people writing under a pen name, and I don't know how these conspiracies get started up.
I do not, but they're just conspiracies nevertheless. I'm gonna wrap this one up with a zinger to you, Mary. You see, I do know how to read, and when you died, unfortunately, the rumors did fly. And the rumors flew that, Mary, you are not who you say you are, that you are actually Margaret Corbin. Yes, the one and only Margaret Corbin, which bears very similar attributes to the original Molly Pitcher. However, she was part of the 2,800 American soldiers who defended Fort Washington in northern Manhattan from 9,000 attacking Hessian soldiers. Darn you Germans, you have been a thorn in our thigh since the beginning of American history. However, we love you now because you are our allies. Thank you. No more of this little piss fight that we were doing, all right? Germans really have been a nuisance to us. The Hessians, World War II, selling weapons to the Spanish and the Spanish-American War. Yes, no one remembers that. They didn't get involved. However, they did sell the Spanish one very important weapon, a machine gun. Oh yeah, that was nasty. So, what do you think about that?
Mary, Margaret, does it really matter? I still served our country.
You did, and ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from Molly Pitcher for serving our country, because not everybody can do that, and that was probably the best time. Let's hear it once again for Molly Pitcher, no matter who she be, Margaret or Mary. Thank you so much. We're going to go to a commercial break, and then we're going to bring out George W. Bush.
Really? He's here?
He's here, the chopper landed right outside. Yes. Why would a president visit an insane asylum? Very good question. But he's going to be here very shortly. Let's go to commercial break. Diddly Dan, this has been a good 4th of July episode. I haven't killed you
Yes,
once.
I've actually enjoyed this taping.
Yeah, George W. Bush, excellent. Excellent.
Yes, he was. Like,
However,
always.
I am very parched, and Narragansett did not send us any refreshments.
I am feeling a little dry throated
Hey, Molly.
myself.
Hi, dear. I've got something for the both of you.
What's that?
Ooh.
It's very yummy. It looks refreshing. I don't know what it is. I found it for you. Here, share.
Oh no.
Drink it, my boy.
That is Bum-Kiss soda.
Here, I'll open it. Here you go.
Don't smell it when you open it. Trust me, it's created by bums.
Here, drink. Open.
I'll do it safely first. Don't worry, it's new, refreshing, patriotic Bum-Kiss soda.
Oh.
Still made with refreshing cigarette butt flavor.
That's the best, promise.
American tobacco, yeah. Here we go.
How is it?
It was great.
Wait, Bum-Kiss being great?
Really, it was great.
Those are two words.
Stand up and take a swig. Trust me, it's awesome.
You gotta need.
I'm only sitting over here because to see the refreshing side of this.
Take that.
That's kind of.
I may not have beat on him. However, he did drink Bum-Kiss soda.
Want some more?
No, I'm off. Welcome back to the Chuckles and Laughs show, and that was great, the Molly picture. Now, the one coming out is one of your heroes. Grab the microphone, Mike. That's it. One of your hero, he catches a lot of heat for the way that he ran this country. However, the one running the country now is not doing a much better job. Let's hear it for Bush Jr. How can we for you? Mr. President, they're here. Kiss the Bush and light it, even though
God bless to you, your wife, your family, for the service to our country. You picked a good man, and Dick Cheney, to be the VP. All the knowledge that man has.
Good man, bad shot.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Welcome to the show, Bush.
I didn't know you were here, but here's a gift. Rocky Point
Actually,
is a tradition.
that is very fitting because his father, George Bush Sr., did have a political campaign that he ran at the Rocky Point Shore Dining Hall. You remember those days, George Jr.?
Yeah, yes, I do. This might be a little bad now.
That's why we're trying to get you to eat it. Food poisoning.
I've been reading your book. I've loved it so far. I've been learning a lot about your time in the White House and your
Do you
early years.
like all the big pictures?
Hey, Molly Pitcher, can you do me a favor and grab the silly water that's on the side of you? Yes, yes. Keep going.
You like all the big pictures I put in there?
A lot
All
of
the
black
big
and white
pictures?
shots of you and your brothers,
Silly
your
string, right there.
sister, you and your father, mom.
Thank you, sir. This one's good.
It's a big coloring book. I love coloring.
Now, George, you weren't very good at coloring. You don't stay inside the lines very well. Nor can you say the word nuclear very well. How the heck did you write? How the hell did you write a book? How is that? You know what, ladies and gentlemen? If this man can write a book, anybody can.
Hey, I wrote a book. I wrote 2 books.
A very successful book, too. I didn't fall asleep reading those.
How was it like to be the owner of the Texas Rangers baseball team? I know in your book that was like always a dream of yours, and like you finally like.
They helped me write my book because they're very smart.
They helped you write the book?
Yes.
So you teleprompted it to them and they wrote it in there for you?
Yes.
And you might want to have them audit that part out about you using steroids. I think someone slipped up. Which, ladies and gentlemen, that's a very serious case. Don't use steroids. I do not enhance that at all. However, some of the baseball players do. Very bad. Texas Rangers, who cares? Really, it's baseball. The only thing a baseball bat's good for is clubbing someone by the knees. What I care about is you and America and how you've run it. Basically, you did a pretty good job the first couple years when the terrorists attacked this country.
He's the man.
You had the right idea. And like very many people with the inventions, you had the right idea, and somewhere down the line, you lost interest, and maybe ADA kicked in, maybe
A bunny.
Alzheimer's kicked in. What happened? George, leave the cobwebs alone. What happened?
Found what?
What happened to you? What happened to the country? It seemed like the second term, you were sleeping. Are you playing with the cobwebs again?
I was very tired. I had to do a lot of work.
Well, Mr. President, excuse me, but you were known for being in good shape. Everything I read about you, bike riding and like jogging and everything. If there's one thing that Mr. George W. Bush never was, tired was the word. I mean, you always kept yourself in tip-top condition.
Well, I was out on my bike because I have my training wheels on. I just got them off last month on my bike.
You just got your training wheels off last month.
Yes.
I heard you also took off a training bra last month too for the very first time. I kissed the woman and I liked
my
it.
big boy pants.
Oh, yeah. That's right, George W. Bush is now selling Depends, ladies and gentlemen.
I got my big boy pants.
Goody, you might want to see George W. later on.
I don't need my mom anymore to help me go to the bathroom.
That would be pretty bad. Your mother is quite ancient. I hope that both of you are probably helping each other go to the bathroom. Very nice lady, by the way. Very nice lady. Please don't kill me.
I'm very happy I got my big
George,
boy pants.
what do you think about the way this country's running right now? How do you feel? Now, this is going to be a sucker punch right to the gonads. How do you feel that it took... You were in office for 8 years, and Obama, 3 years in, has killed Bin Laden, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! And his second in command, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that was because of the policies put together by Bush and Cheney.
Policies, my ass. He got the job done.
Oh, come on, Chuck. How can you deny that?
How can I deny the fact that the man who was in Pakistan, Bush knew it. Obama said, I don't care who he is. Kill him so we could get our American soldiers out of that predicament. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is finally starting to make a little progress here, which Bush, sorry, you started on the right idea, but somehow you fell in that hole called Iraq, which had no idea what it had to do with freaking Afghanistan and terrorism. Why, ladies and gentlemen, can we catch a multi-million-dollar president, but we could not catch a third world terrorist? Huh? The third world, the president was hiding in a hole. Let's get this right. Was hiding in a hole, a rat hole that he was caught in. And the terrorist was hiding in a 3-story, multi-million-dollar structure that was in downtown Pakistan that could have been seen by a floating by boat. How could you not know he was there? Ladies and gentlemen, right there is Bush saying that we're in this for the reason that he was in there for, oil.
Oh, come on!
Yes.
We need more oil.
See? See? The real reason it comes true.
5 minutes ago you said you were a libertarian, now you're sounding like these liberals. It was oil, it was oil.
No,
it was our freedom. It was to stop terrorism.
Where was the terrorism in Iraq?
Are we better off now without Saddam?
Are we better off? We have one in Libya, and one in South America, and one in Iran. We killed one.
Libya.
We killed one that hates us. And let's not forget the Koreans that still have the nuclear warheads aimed at us. Yeah, are we better off?
Mr. President, I apologize for chuckles here. You can get a bit overzealous.
I apologize too for what I'm about to do because the whole American country has wanted to do this. And no, it's not saw you in half again, Bush. because that was quite messy. Quite frankly, you stink when you're dying. So,
You're a good man. How's Laura doing, by the way?
hey, look, an autographed picture of Hulk Hogan on the ground. Or Sting, an autographed picture of Sting. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to a commercial break.
I'm so sorry, Mr. President.
By the way, there are no helicopters. They dropped you off here to commit, you Bush. So go in the back and sign the papers, and we're gonna bring out Alexander Hamilton.
I'm gonna
this strange place. It's really taken a lot out of me. I'm positively exhausted. Oh, I'm feeling a little thirsty as well.
Hi, dear.
Oh, hello, Molly Pitcher. How useful you are.
Oh, yes. Chuckle sent me
Yes?
to give you a nice drink. He said
Really?
it's very refreshing and you should drink it all.
Oh,
I have no clue, but you know, Deadly Dan had some, and well, it wasn't Danny, maybe Deadly. I don't know.
What?
Have some. It's not Deadly.
are you sure?
Yeah, Dan got off the couch just fine.
Well, all right. I am very...
Here,
I'm quite thirsty.
It even smells good. It's got a nice, refreshing, limey. How do I say this?
There's a pirate insignia on the bottle.
Oh yeah, because Chuckles got it from a nice pirate ship.
Oh!
It's got a little bit of rum in it.
Oh, I love rum.
Rum is so yum.
Yes.
Rum, yum.
Oh, of course. Look,
Yum.
all right. Well,
Go ahead. Here, open that. I'll pour for you.
oh, all right.
I'll be nice and gesture.
Oh, I said you're so useful once
I
again.
am.
Yes,
And
okay.
thank Chuckles for this.
Oh, I will.
When you're done.
I will.